Hello again, Unky Tonks. Now ask yourselves this question. Why would a socialist British government block or deny an inquiry into the historical abuse of working class British girls? Why would they do this? They've got nothing to lose and everything to gain, really, thinking about it. We know there were victims, thousands upon thousands of victims, and we know there were perpetrators, disgusting, filthy animals who committed these disgusting acts, but we don't know how many and what happened to them, and if they're still here. That is the concern of the British people. I am sure, though I can't prove it, the majority of the British public would support and want this inquiry. Now, as we all know, former Reform MP Rupert Lowe, he has raised £500,000 to fund his own inquiry into what's going on. All right, he wouldn't have any jurisdiction on anything. He couldn't force any testimony. There will be no legal consequences for anyone. But still, I think it shames the government, him doing this. Well, I say shame, obviously not, because Jess Phillips, the so-called women's champion, she has completely torpedoed the 5 local authority inquiries into what happened. So much for being a women's champion. I mean, all these victims were young British girls, and you'd think if anyone would stick up for them and want this inquiry, it would be the women's champion, socialist millionaire Jess Phillips. But hey-ho, I guess she had other ideas. Why? I don't get it. I really don't understand all this. Any socialist government, any socialist political party worth their salt who actually gave a damn about the working class, they'd be on this in a jiffy yesterday. It would be all done and dusted. But no, not Keir Starmer's socialist government. Again, why? I mean, I've got an inkling as to why. But first, you got to know. Now, Jess Phillips and the Labour government, Keir Starmer, they quietly killed the £10 million plan for 5 local inquiries into the G gangs. You know what I mean by G. I've got to be careful what I say here on YouTube. It's ridiculous, but you know my gist. And it was dropped one day before Parliament went into recess, and they gave only 45 minutes notice. And that's it. Like it was nothing. That's all these young girls' lives were worth to these multi-millionaire Marxist, socialist, whatever the hell they are, far left-wing extremists in government. It's really shameful. And I'll tell you why. That's because the community where these perverts come from, they're now the core Labour voters in this country. So, you know, Starmer and Labour, they desperately need their votes. And a public inquiry would really open up a can of worms that some in this community don't want opened. I'm guessing, you know, the core voters for Labour, a working class political party, used to be the working class in Britain, but now it's, if you tick certain boxes and there's enough for you, then Labour will pander to you. They desperately need your votes and they'll cover up shit to get them. Not only that, but it's evident they have members of their own party who are involved in doing things to kids. I mean, we had a few MPs this year alone, Dan Norris being the latest, and I think there was a councillor up north. He's just been done for having graphic images on his computer. Monsters. They're all monsters. I mean, good Lord. This is just the tip of the iceberg, of course. And that's why Starmer, Labour, Jess Phillips have completely kicked any chance of any inquiry, either government or local authority, into the long grass, so it can't be found, never dug up again. And wow, doesn't it just infuriate you? It seems Starmer's more inclined to share a make-believe story on Netflix and have inquiries into that and sharing it around schools, etc., than anything real life that affects British people. So clearly Starmer, Labour, Jess Phillips and the rest of them, they don't care about the victims of these G gangs, because the G gangs are part of a community that gives Labour their majority votes, sadly. And that's the way it is, unfortunately, in Britain. Go figure. I mean, like Sherlock Holmes said in the books, if you take away the impossible, then whatever you're left with, however improbable, is the truth. And that's the only reason or truth I can come up with as to why Labour have blocked these grooming gang inquiries. What's yours? Let me know in the comments. And there we go, I'm Paz49, thanks for watching. And until the next time, Roger Trout.